Hi, my name is Rich with Miranda Artisans. And what if I told you that you didn't have to spend hundreds of dollars to remotely control your dust collection system? Several months ago, I installed a dust collector in the loft, which is above my head here. I then reached out to the manufacturer to find out what exactly is available in terms of controlling the system remotely from different locations. That equipment can get a little bit pricey, especially as you add additional locations. So I came up with a mechanical system using a series of pulleys. I mounted the pulleys on the underside of the loft. I then ran a cord through the pulleys circumnavigating the underside of the loft, one system terminating at my dust collector, the other system terminating at my three-phase generator. Then I added a series of sticks wherever I wanted to control it from. Levers, if you will. And as I advance the lever, it advances the cord through the pulleys, and then it actuates the piece of equipment that you want to control. I really hope you enjoy this video. The first thing I did was make up guide blocks. The guide blocks are designed to corral the cord so it remains in the groove on the pulley. Effectively, it just keeps the cord from derailing. The next thing I did was install the pulleys around the periphery of the loft. Then I installed the guide blocks as close as I could place them to the pulleys without actually causing the pulley to drag on it. I jammed this 2x4 in between the floor joists in order to attach the coil of cord to it. That made it easy to spool that cord through the pulleys around the circumference of the loft. This 2x4 is permanent. It will hold the pulleys which guide the cord to the control. This is the device that actually depresses the buttons on the machine. Next, we're going to make the levers that rotate that device. This is what is known as a chisel mortiser. It actually drills a hole and chisels it square at the same time. It's great when you have to attach something to a square rod so that it won't rotate independent. In this case, we're attaching the lever and the button pusher to the square rod. Now here is an obvious lesson. Make sure your camera is pointed towards the business end of the drill. After making a mortise hole in the center of this lever, then I drilled holes towards the ends, but not all the way at the end. And then I cut a slit right through the middle so that by adding a screw to it, you can actually squeeze it in the middle so that it clamps on the square rod. Here I am drilling a shoulder hole in the two supports that hold the square rod. It'll become obvious as we get further along in the video, but I use a hose that slides over the square rod, and it kind of fits nicely into that shoulder hole that I'm drilling. That's used to keep all of the guide parts in their proper lateral location. It's a good idea to familiarize yourself with the interior of such a box before you go drilling holes through the outside, just to make sure that you don't puncture any of the components on the inside. Hopefully by now it's starting to come together for you exactly what I'm doing here. I hope that I am explaining it adequately. And finally, the levers. I believe I added 4 at this time, but easily more could be added in different locations. So here's another angle. If I hit this lever here, it turns on my 3-phase converter. If I hit this lever here, it turns on my dust collector. This is how it works. So the way this system works is, I start by attaching a lever to the device you want to control, and then I run a cord throughout the shop through a series of pulleys. And then I install levers on those pulleys in multiple locations. So it turns out when you operate the lever, the cord goes through the pulleys and operates the machine like so. So I can turn it on and turn it off. I'm going to demonstrate here how this machine generates a good bit of dust. We're going to try and illustrate the dust going through the dust collector. So first I'm going to use my remote control to turn on the dust collector and the 3-phase, or I should say the 3-phase, and then the dust collector. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. In my next video, I'll give a detailed description of my dumbwaiter.